welcome to the very final Main Street Electrical Parade. It is a pleasure to have you here. Michael here. Enjoy it, everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Magic Kingdom proudly presents our spectacular festival pageant of nighttime magic and imagination in thousands of sparkling lights and electromagnetic musical sounds. The Main Street Electrical Parade.
You there, snail. You are not spinning collectably. Executively, what is your problem? I shall recite. Shall not the little covenant include the shredded cage and all the buttons of wine on every brain scale? Elliot, will you say that one more time? With everyone here of Braswell Castle evening. We're not exactly sure what to do with Braswell Castle evening. We're spending much time.
Let's join the parade. I'm in the parade now, following it along. Michael here, hope you can hear me. I am now mic'd in and we're going to follow it around to the very last second that we can follow it here. Hope you can still hear me. We're following the parade around for its final number. Thanks for sticking with me. We're going to follow it all the way around. Not sure if you can still hear me, but we are having a magical time here. I am so sad to see it end, but I am glad to be able to share it with all of you. It is a pleasure to bring it to you. Unbelievable. Definitely an emotional night for so many people. Woo! Very emotional night for everybody. See the cast members right ahead of me here in the red vests. That's about as close as we can get. We've been asked to stay behind them as we follow it around. Let me show you what I see. Here is the castle. Here I am. I'm in a very dense crowd here following the parade around. Hope you enjoy it. Extremely emotional. Don't worry, there's no shame in crying. This is an extremely emotional moment for so many who love this parade. We're following it around now. Thanks for sticking with me. We're going to follow it all the way around. Be with it till the very end. I definitely have to tell you, I feel very emotional right now about, I'm going to miss it so much. So much. Being able to be here and share it with you is something that I take a great deal of pride in. I'm so glad I can. In times like this, I usually think of Walt Disney, what he would say, believe in your dreams. Beautiful, unbelievably beautiful. Just an unbelievable experience to be here. Take a look around here. Again, I'm in a dense crowd here in the back. You'll notice there are a lot of people who are following the parade tonight. An emotional moment for so many. Definitely no shame in crying, everyone. I'm walking very carefully. Thank you so much. Trying to keep it as steady as possible, but as you can imagine, it's very tight with the crowds here. But we're trying our very best to make it through. I hope you're enjoying your view here as we continue our walk with the parade here. Just amazing. So many people are joining us here. So many people here joining us. Follow the Main Street Electrical Parade around. It's an emotional moment for so many. You can hear the chants, the cheers, the cast members. It looks like they may have cut us off here. With the green sticks, they may have cut us off. Such a fantastic moment. I'm so glad you're able to join me here. The faces of so many of the cast members who made it possible. Hi there! So many of the cast members who made it possible here. Hi there! So they did a lot. These people did so much to make it possible for all of us to enjoy Main Street Electrical Parade for years. Thank you, everybody. The faces of those who made it possible. Thank you to our cast members. Now I know I have to go through the shortcut now, and I'd love to, but the crowds here are a little bit thick. In order to do that, you'll notice here there are a lot of crowds. So it's a little bit tough to get there. I'll still try my best, but it's a little bit tough to get over there. It's an extremely emotional night for so many of us because it was a defining parade. It's a defining parade. It's magical. It defines part of Disney for us, and I'm so sad to see it go. I know Disney will replace it with something great, but I know it's not just me who feels that this was something huge for us. It really was, and we're going to cherish these memories forever. There's more of the faces of those who made it possible here. Thanks for sticking with me through it, everybody. I'm so glad you're able to experience it here firsthand. I'm glad the connection's holding. Take a look. So many folks here joining me. Beautiful experience. Now, I'd love to cut through and follow it all the way down, but it is jam-packed in here, as you can imagine. Those who want to go see the very, very end, it's a little bit tough to do right now. Beautiful, beautiful ending to a beautiful parade. One last look there. Okay, looks like they're letting us through here. We're following the parade here. Walking. We're walking. We're staying on the right. Look at the line of cast members behind me, making it possible. Hey there, making it possible for all of us. I am now through. I'm now through, and I'm back to following the parade. At least I'm attempting to. We'll see how far we can get here. We're a little bit behind, but we're going to keep trying. I know that I could have turned left there. I know, but it was a little jam-packed. I'm so glad I saw that and experienced with it with the cast members, and we're able to cheer them on because they really did make it possible for all of us. Beautiful experience. Let's keep following it down here. Thanks for staying with me through it. As you can imagine, we're in pretty thick crowds here, trying to get through it, trying to see. Hey there! Hey, John! Good to see you!
Same here.
Good to see you. Yeah, okay. Having a great time. So much emotion here, so much. It's a great feeling to know that it's going out with a positive right now for all of us. Take a look ahead. Again, a lot of folks here hoping to finish it off with a bang here. Oh, wow, what an experience. I loved it, thank you for asking. I'm still trying to read some of those comments. Yes, I love the music. Truly magical. We're still trying to follow it here. If you're just tuning in, we are following the Main Street Electrical Parade all the way to the end if possible. We're going to find out if we can find it all the way there. Let's find out together. Oh goodness. What a, I love this. This really is a magical moment right here. Whoa. Heavy crowds, as you can imagine here. Woo! The feeling here is just electric. Everybody's having a great time. Love the music. Love being able to stay with it. Here we are right at the rope now. We've made it back up to the rope. Hopefully we can stick with it now for the remainder. Here we go. Let's give it a try together.
So Michael, I know obviously you're talking with your viewers.
Yeah.
What are your feelings about this?
That's a really good question, John. Thanks for asking. I'm emotional about it. I love the parade. One of my all-time favorites. And I'm definitely going to miss it when it's gone, but I know, I'm very confident, I know you are too, that Disney's going to come up with something great to put in its place.
Always.
For those who don't know, I say hi to John here. Hi, John.
Hey.
Thanks for joining me. Take a look at this crowd behind me here.
Hopefully everyone's enjoying Mike right now at home.
Thank you, John.
It is very, very crowded right now.
Extremely crowded. Let's take a look here. We're still actually pretty close to the front here. Let me know if the audio is cutting out. Shouldn't be. Should be good to go. Jennifer, happy birthday. Whoop. Here's a card here. Let's get around this. Look, you can see several of the floats up ahead, right there. Oops, sorry. Whoa, very crowded here. Those up there are the cast members, so we are really close to the front now. The rope is right down there. Whoa, keep running into folks here. Thank you for staying with me through it. It is a pleasure to bring it to you. I'm overwhelmed with emotion. Overwhelmed, I gotta tell you. To me, this is a defining moment in Disney. You can see everyone behind me here. Everyone behind me has the same strong emotion. We're having a fantastic time, and we're thinking of all magical memories we have had at the Main Street Electrical Parade. It's something that we definitely will not be forgetting. Woo, sorry. Let's keep moving here. We stopped for a second here. All right, the rope is continuing. You can see the rope. I don't know if you can see the rope, but it's right in front of me. I am at the rope. I am at the rope. This is as close as we can get. Oh, what an experience. Wow. The entire, I wish you could see it, but behind me, the entire Frontierland, all of it is packed full of people who are following the Main Street Electrical Parade for the final time. An experience that I know we all will remember. Oh my gosh. I waved to all the characters for you. Yes, I did. Thank you for asking. I'm so glad I could bring it to you. If you have to go to sleep, I will totally understand. I'm going to upload a version of this live stream onto my page. You can find it there if you have to go to sleep. But if not, we're going to stick with it live. But if you do have to go to sleep, thank you for being here. It was a pleasure to bring it to you. That's the rope right in front of us there. I don't know if you can see it, but that's the rope right there. Woo! Wow. Whoops. The rope's been delayed. The rope's been dropped temporarily. Okay. I'm so glad I'm able to bring you this magical ending. I am delighted. It brings me a huge amount of pleasure to be able to bring this to you live. Oh my gosh. Whoa. We're definitely getting packed in here. Our rope holder is... Okay, she's got it. Okay, she dropped it for a minute, but she has it now. This is the ending of the Main Street Electrical Parade. For those who are just joining me, this is the final ending. We're here right next to Splash Mountain. Right next to Splash Mountain. On our right there. Wow. As soon as the lights come on, I want to show you the crowd that's behind me. Whoops, sorry. Still, it's a very crowded scene here, as you can imagine, very crowded. But magical nonetheless. Absolutely magical. An amazing feeling, as you can imagine. I will stay safe. Thank you very much for asking. I will stay safe. Okay, here's the rope. Whoa. We slowed down here. We slowed down. We stopped. We're still moving. Hold on. I know it's almost really over. I don't want to see it pass over. This is the final moments here. You're catching the final moments of the Main Street Electrical Parade. This is going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being a part of it with me. Here it comes. Here it comes. A moment we will not soon forget. Wow. Thank you. Unbelievable experience. So glad I could share it with you. I might be losing the connection here. I'm not sure. Hopefully not. Wow. What an amazing experience. And that's the end of it, ladies and gentlemen. This is where this is where it ends. This is where the cast members have stopped us, and we can look over them only and see the last few seconds of the Main Street Electrical Parade. This is where we have to stop. This is the end of it right here. Thanks to these great cast members that we had that we could make it happen. Thank you. Look at that. The last few glimpses of the Main Street Electrical Parade, as close as we can get. This is where the line is, so we are as close as we can get. And there it goes. Wow, people shaking hands, getting congratulatory. The cast members are happy. Everyone's happy. It went off without a hitch. Truly magical. Wonder, you can see behind me, there is a huge crowd. Goes all the way back in Frontierland, but still, everyone's enjoying those last few glimpses of the Main Street Electrical Parade. Thank you for being part of it with me. It was a pleasure, a thrill, a delight to bring it to you. I don't know if you can see them around here. I'm not sure if you can see all the way back there, but if you can, it is wall to wall, folks, all the way through Frontierland. All the way through, all the way back to the American Adventure. And the cast members are still here, and we're here to thank them. Thank you, cast members, for making it possible for all of us. They were the ones who made it happen. Main Street Electric Parade! Woo! I'm looking for the lights to come back on. We're having a great time. I don't know if you can see how crowded it is here, but it is really crowded. People are starting to disperse now. But let me tell you, you can hear the singing. You can hear it happening. People are definitely sad. We're all saddened by it, but at the same time, we're happy that we had the experience, and I think that's the biggest feeling from here, is that there's a huge amount of joy as well. We're sad that it's gone, and I am too. I'm definitely emotional. It's not going to come out right now, but it's going to come out within the next 48 hours for sure. And it's a feeling of happiness that we got to see it and be a part of it for years. But we do like you. But now it's gone, and we're extremely sad about it. The feeling of sadness is here, but we're also very happy and joyful that we had a chance to experience it. So I'm going to let you go in just a moment here, but thank you for being a part of it with me. It was a pleasure to bring it to you.
Hey, when's it coming back?
I'm so glad I had this opportunity. I'm glad you had the opportunity to see what happened afterwards. That to me is a huge thing. The fact that you were able to see every little piece of it from start to finish. I'm so glad you had a chance to see it. I'll be uploading a full copy of this live stream to my Facebook profile, so you can have it. I also recorded the final Main Street Electrical Parade on my camera for YouTube, so the high definition version of this live stream, the Main Street Electrical Parade, will be on YouTube as soon as I get home. Thank you again for being a part of the magic. It was a pleasure, delight. I'm so glad I saw your messages of thanks. It meant a lot to me. It really, really did. Until next time, I'm going to leave you with a last look of where I am. Have a magical night. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Till then, everybody. Good night, everyone.